Hello everyone. So this video is not something I usually make. I actually haven't really made videos at all, but I did have a request on TikTok when I posted a farm tour video of my modded Stardew Valley that I do a tutorial on how to get the mods in and then what mods I was using. So that's what this video is. I'm gonna just start with the basics that were on PC. You're using Steam, so you can get a mod manager like Vortex from Nexus Mods. But if anyone needs help with it on the Mac side of things, I do have that done as well on my own personal little MacBook. It's just a lot more in depth, but I can go through that as well if there is a need for it. But for now, we're just doing the content pack with Vortex and Nexus mods. So to start off, obviously we're gonna go to Nexus mods. You're going to make an account and log in, and then you'll end up in a page like this, and you're obviously going to go to the Stardew Valley game. You'll obviously see just brush up of like hot mods and things they've got in there, but what you're going to search for first is going to be their mod manager. So I'm pretty sure you can download that somewhere through here. It'll actually ask you, I think, when you go to download a mod, if you want to use it, the mod manager like Vortex here, it'll let you download it that way. So that'll be Mod Manager or like the manual download and install it yourself, which is what you have to do when you're on Mac. But I wrote down all these instructions for everyone that I'll include in the description of the video, but obviously we're starting with SMAPI. We have to install SMAPI for everything. So you're going to go to Nexus, you're going to have your Vortex installed, and then you're going to install SMAPI. After you've installed SMAPI, you're obviously going to go to this link. And this is so we can open our game with the mods. So that link will take you to this Stardew Valley wiki page, which will show installing SMAPI. It actually gives you a link for like the physical download that's not through Nexus Mods or using the mod manager. But what we want to go is down here to this link here. So this link. And so you're going to copy this default link basically right here. And then you're going to go into your Steam and find Stardew Valley. And you're just going to go to properties. And those properties are what you're going to paste right into those launch options. And what that's going to do is every time you open Stardew Valley from Steam, it's going to open it with SMAPI, so it's running your mods. You can also not do this. It's completely optional. It's just your achievements won't be tracked if you're playing normally and you want that to go through. You can go in manually to the SMAPI folder and open the SMAPI API to run the mods manually and just have your base game and then your modded game. But it's a lot easier if you do it through Steam and have it that way. Once you've installed SMAPI, which we can close that because we're there, Content Patcher is going to be the next required update that you need for everything. Every single mod I have that was in question, like I have all of these basically are just for decorating my town, basically, just to give it different foliage, like grass options and stuff like that. And then I have some extra fun ones in the town, changing my animals. All of that needs Content Patcher. So we are going to install that. I already obviously have it installed, so I'm going to pretend like I did. But what I am going to do is go through this casual furniture set, which I included at the bottom of my list as one that I'm going to add into Vortex, just because I don't have it, and it'll show you how to use Vortex. So the alternative texture, there's the casual furniture set, or there is this one. It's going to show you the differences kind of in there, but you can see it's pretty cute. So the latest one, obviously they were updated the same day, so we're just going to go with the basic, and I'm going to click Mod Manager Download. I'm a free account, so all I'm going to do is hit slow download, and it's going to download here, but it's going to go straight into Vortex. So if I open it, Vortex, you'll see it's downloading now, and then once it does, it asks you, hey, do you want to install this? So I'm going to click yes. However, I already have furniture going for me, so I'm not going to hit enable. But for all of the ones that you would install if you're installing fresh from this video and tutorial, you're going to hit enable, and then it's going to enable your mod and then deploy it for your game. Um, at that point, you install the others like Foliage if you want to, this Rustic country town interiors, all that in the same manner that we just installed that furniture pack. Other ones I have are like for my avatar, which was the specific question, how did I change my avatar? Well, I'm using Collie's Girl Set Pack, and to install that, I also installed this Customize Anywhere um, mod that gives me a mirror that lets me change my character's appearance whenever I want. And to install that, I also needed to install this just JSON assets. How do you say that? Um, but I installed that with the Customize Anywhere and that set, and that's how I customized my avatar. And then to make the portraits nicer, like for my husband, uh, we have the portraiture and PYTK, which are needed, and then I chose the DC Burgers High Res Portrait Pack. There's also the furniture packs, like the ones I just installed, that I have going for my actual game, but you can choose whatever you want. You can install as many or as little of these as you want. It's all based on personal preference. Obviously, this is just for the base game and not anything to do with Stardew Valley Expanded. I do have Expanded installed, so I am actually going to disable this though, because I would like the game to show normally for everyone. And I'm going to hit disable here as well. And I do have Animal Crossing dig spots is something you might see. And it's just kind of amusing. I love it. There's the other one, obviously some other stuff in here related to just installing Stardew Valley Expanded, but I also have like a tractor mod, and then there's also the CJ, how do we say it? CJB cheats menus and everything. They just make it easier to play through the game, because I did my town as a mock-up of my 200 plus hours save file I have on my Switch, and I just wanted to build it the way it is. Plus, in my mentality here, I'm going to say Grandpa didn't leave me with a blank farmland. He died, and there were still animals and all my farm equipment there. I just had to clean it up. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Once you have all your mods installed, you're just going to run Stardew like you would normally, and then it's going to run through SMAPI. This can take a while. It'll give you errors or if there's anything, and you saw some red pop up from mine because I obviously disabled Expanded, and I have some other mods that are related to Expanded that I didn't quite disable, but that's just so I can show you the map as intended with a base game. I guess another mod I have here is the Vintage Interface Pack. That is no longer accessible on Nexus Mods, but there are other interface packs that change this logo entry area. Another one that's missing from Nexus Mods is the Flower Valley pack, which used to have a link to another site where you could download and install it. So I have it installed, but it's no longer on Nexus Mods, and they have hidden the page. I'm going to create a new avatar just because that was the original question, is how did I do my avatar? And with those mods, you can see obviously there's already different hairstyles. So you can have the bangs, there's the cute side ponytails, like it's all pretty adorable. And usually I do the hair with the bow. So that's my usual default hairstyle. And then the shirts, obviously there's plenty of different cute little tops that go in this pack as well. And the one in question that I had on me was this one. And you still get pants, skirt, or long skirt options. So I am going to attempt to make this the same gray. I'm a bit colorblind here, so sometimes it's a little hard for me to match things up. Okay, and then my hair color, I usually make a darker brown. And my eyes are green. I always name my characters May, and we're going to call this one Nova Talk. because it was from a TikTok video that this came up. I can't type today. Barbecue would be my favorite thing, and I'm gonna leave my cat like jelly, and I love the forest farm. So, I'm gonna hit OK, and obviously because I forgot to hit skip intro, but I can go ahead and do that, skip that out. It's gonna take a while for the game to actually load usually with that mod added, because it's saving all the content. It's usually the first time you open that it takes forever. So the first time you create a game it takes a while, and the first time you open that save it also takes a while. Anytime you add additional mods, that is gonna like increase your time obviously for things to load and get going. But this will give you an idea of what things look like starting out, obviously. Let me use my controller. I'm not used to playing on PC, so it's kind of weird. But this is your default house, and you can see how obviously my colors are a bit muted. My house looks different. That's that medieval exteriors mod going on, and the foliage, the fences mod I have. And if I go towards the town, obviously you see all these pretty pink trees. Town itself, this is part of the Flower Valley mod that can't be downloaded right now, also has the buildings updated and all this vine foliage added to them. It's just, I like it a lot. Just makes it a little more peaceful. The colors are a bit more muted, that just more homey, I guess I would say. So it makes it like truly the comfort game that you really want. We're gonna pop over to the field here and see if we have any of the like more grass, and you can see how I've like changed the cow mod, obviously, what cows look like. Hasn't quite given me all the extra grass yet, but that could be because I took out the expanded mod, so that's not a big deal. We'll come up from the bottom and I'll give you a tour from the bottom up of my other farm. So we're going to exit out of this one since I showed you what the base game looks like. And we're going to go into my actual save file. And I ended up with 2 of those because I tried to do the video earlier and I had the wrong record settings because I have never done this before. And of course it freezes. Obviously my Nova X farm is my expanded Stardew Valley file, but here is my regular file. Invalid content was removed. This is what I get for turning off expanded, but obviously this is what some of the house mods look like. Here's my room here, and if I go up, I've got my little aquarium, and then my kids' room, and then my little lounge area, my little TV, and then here's my portrait mod. So obviously Sebastian looks so much better with that. Let's see. And then I have a mod for this extended cave area, and that'll let me go to the carts, and then apparently if I go up here to this attic, I can access the Joja store, even though Joja no longer exists in my game. That was just kind of interesting. I have not decorated this yet because this was the mod I actually added to show in on the first video that got messed up. But that's what the house looks like. I come out and here's my little farm plots. I have an obelisk mod which you can get as well. I didn't include that in the links, but my little Junimo hut. Both of these sheds are the same and have preserve jars, and this is from like the Gwen's medieval accessories or items pack. I've got my trees. I don't really have anything here yet. I haven't figured out what I'm putting there, but I have my friend cabins over here. They obviously can't play with all my mods and stuff now, but it's still there. It's cute. And then I've got my cute little chickens and all of that over here. My unicorn, my kitty cat, who doesn't want to let me through. And if I come up to the first one, this is just my like crafting shed where I put everything in again with that Gwen's mod for medieval items. The second one is my like making ready the mayonnaise and cheeses and all that stuff in there. And then I've got my lightning farm, my greenhouse, cave. I do have that cave mod linked below, which gives you like this hot springs cave. It's pretty cute. And then if I go down to the bottom, it just looks more pretty. And it also gives you a few more spots for like fruit to pop up. Like obviously there's some more berries down here. I, however, cannot get over there to get to that one salmon berry that just is there. Could be me, I might have done something wrong, but it's still just cute. I like how it looks. It seems more natural that the cave would have additional cave functions. My greenhouse may or may not have, yeah, it's kind of messed up now because I took out the expanded mod, but the expanded mod makes it bigger and has a space for the trees, but that'll resolve on my other file. And I come in here, and here's all of my slimes. And then my other farm plot with my Junimos over here. And then I've got my fish ponds. And then both of these sheds are the same, and they just have wine caskets. So I make my wine and ale in there, and that is basically all that I've got going for my farm here. So hopefully that answered any questions about how to install the mods. And obviously, as you see, you uninstall mods or disable them. You can cause issues in your game. I knew that was going to happen when I did this, but I wanted to show the game as is with just the base mods and not anything related to the expanded. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Also, if you'd like a tutorial on Mac, I can show that as well. It just takes a lot longer to do on Mac since it's all manually involved with installing the apps. You have to download it, save it into a folder, pull that folder into the like profile folder in Steam with the game. It's just a lot more involved. So I haven't actually been playing on it as much on Steam for the Mac, but I do still have it on PC. Any questions, just let me know, but that I hope covers it for that user on TikTok that had questions. Alright, bye.